afternoon, everybody. Happy Tuesday, 4 p.m. Time for some chair yoga. Let's see. Somebody's waiting to come on. There we go. Well, thank you all for being here for your practice, and let's take a moment to find our comfortable seat. We'll get right into it. So let your feet be straight down from the knees. Knees are out from the hips. Think about your ribs lifting from the waistline a little bit. Let your shoulders maybe lift towards the ears, back and down. And then that little bit of the sides of the neck drawing back. Deep breath in and the long breath out to match. Taking a moment just to kind of relax into the breath. Scan through your body and start to check in and see what's happening this afternoon. See how your body's feeling, see how your heart is feeling, see where your mind is at, just taking a moment to connect all three. Mind, body, and spirit. Deep breath in and a long breath out. And then we'll slowly start to come back to this moment, to this breath. Maybe letting the hands kind of drop down towards the floor, begin to wiggle fingers, move your feet around a little bit, just to again, bring awareness to the physical body. And then let's take the arms out and up with a strong inhale. Exhale, hands come down towards the heart. Good, nice full breath in, long breath out. Full breath in and long breath out. Good, let's start to come into a little bit of a twist. Arms come high, drop the hands to the right, and then back with the inhale through center, and then coming over to the left. So inhaling up, going from one side to the other. Sorry, I'm trying to bring somebody else into the class. Hopefully that works. Okay, so again, the feet kind of stay in position. You're letting your torso do a lot of this work, your ribs and waistline. And if you want a little more, you can let your head, neck, and eyes move in each direction. Inhale up, exhale to each side. Good. Let's go one more to each side. And then ending up with the arms reaching overhead. Let the shoulders drop from the ears if they're really high. Good. Right hand comes to the floor, left arm comes up and over for side body stretch. So only go as far as that feels okay, trying to keep both sits bones in the chair, equal into the chair. And then when you're ready, second side. Lifting up, stretching over, getting a good stretch through each side. Hang out on each side as long as you like. If you're feeling a stretch, you can hang out and hold on to it for a moment. The other hand maybe reaches for the floor while the other reaches up and over. It can just be awareness into the arm, even though it's reaching down or dropping towards the floor. You can kind of get some muscle energy going and reach down. Inhale through center, exhale with the fold. Good, we're gonna go one more to each side. And then let's come back to center. So coming forward in your chair a little bit, make sure you bring your legs forward with you so the feet aren't sitting back. You're still in alignment. And then allow your arms to reach forward. Slowly let those elbows drop towards each other so you're bringing those shoulders together on the back and the shoulders stay low. Inhale as you reach. Exhale, elbows go back. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, elbows go back. Watch where your neck is. Make sure you're not pulling the head forward. Stays in alignment right on top of the vertebrae, the spine vertebrae. Good. Inhale. Exhale. As you reach back. Good. Let's do one more. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, elbows go back, and then let's cross the arms over the chest. Kind of pull those arms apart, opposite direction, and then back out. Opposite arm on top, if you can, alternate that top arm. And you get to that point where you're kind of pulling the right arm to the left and left arm to the right to go as far as that feels okay. Elbows stay low, shoulders stay low. Inhale, exhale, one more. Good. Let's take hands to the knees. We're gonna move through cat-cow. So drawing your belly in, kind of drop chin towards the chest, maybe even the shoulders kind of round, curling everything in. And then opening up, let your heart kind of push forward. Let your shoulders relax from the ears, looking up towards the ceiling. So move the spine in this forward back position just as far as it feels okay. Think of your core staying strong. That may help with if you have any low back issues, especially as you come, it just depends. Sometimes the low back can bother people more in a cat's pose, the rounding, or as you're pushing the heart forward. It just depends. So the more you're aware of your core, hopefully the less unease there is in the low back. Good. One more round. Curl in as tight as you can. Open the heart up as much as you can there. Nice. So we're going to walk the feet apart using the legs of your chair. It can be nice alignment. The heels are kind of in line there. Knees point out and your knees kind of track in line with the toes. You're going to place the hands to the knees and then bow forward. So letting your heart come forward. Your spine stays in alignment. Your neck even stays in alignment. Exhale the breath as you come forward. Inhale as you come back up. Good. Exhale as you come forward. Inhale it up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Good. Now we're going to come into a bit of a twist. So left waistline goes to the right. Heart drops towards that right knee. And then back up through center. Twist as much as you can. The feet stay in alignment. Knees stay in place. Drop to the left. Good. So each time, come back to center. Let there be a full breath. Inhale and exhale. Just make sure you're breathing. Doesn't have to be the inhale through center and exhale with the twist, just as long as you're not holding the breath. Letting your heart draw in each direction. One more time to each side. Up through center. Twist as much as you can. Good. Back to your comfortable seat. We're going to let that left arm kind of root down to the left side. Right arm opens. We're going to stretch that, the psoas in the back on the left side as you reach down to the right. And then come up, second side. So go at your pace. If I'm going too fast or too slow, you get to go with your breath. So you're kind of turning your heart and your shoulders kind of in line over the knee. And the other hand kind of roots that side down so your sits bone's not getting light when you're dropping to the right. That left sits bone stays in the chair as much as it can. Inhale through center, exhale with that fold. One more time each side. Twist, breathe, and then back to center. Hands come to the knees again. We're gonna move in circles. So the circles are kind of fun because you just get to let everything go. The elbows can bend, the head shifts around. And then reverse it, pause, go in the opposite direction. And then bring it all back to center again. Good, walk your feet together. Let your spine rest against the back of the chair. Good, and then we're gonna take the arms right out from the shoulder. Shoulder height if that's okay. If not, you can certainly alternate or do what you need to for your alignment. So we're gonna keep the circles kind of slow, a little bit small. Right out from the shoulder again, only if that's okay. Otherwise, adjust how you need to. Slow, small, slow and small. That makes you just work the muscles a little bit more. Couple more. And then let's let the arms relax. Scissors. Right arm reaches high, the left arm kind of reaches back behind you, and then switching. So the left arm then reaches up for the ceiling and the right arm extends back. Alternate again, make sure you're breathing. Only go where it feels okay for each side. The rest of the body stays kind of still. Watch that you're not rocking too much from one side to the other. You can even engage your core a little bit. Sometimes that helps. Good, last one, and then let that go. Let's take the arms high again. We're gonna flip the palms and draw circles backwards. Again, they're kind of slow, kind of small in this little controlled circle that's happening. Make sure you're breathing. You got it, nicely done. Couple more. And then let's flip the palms, release the arms. Shake that off a little bit. Give a little wiggle. Good. So we're gonna rotate the thumbs, kind of working the shoulder blades a little bit more here. So the thumbs draw in, the shoulder blades come forward onto the front body, and then as you rotate the thumbs out, the shoulder blades go towards each other. So watch your alignment here, lifting the ribs, but then again, watch where your neck is. Don't pull the head forward, so you can keep it in alignment on top of the spine vertebrae. Rotating in for the shoulder blades, rotate it out. Make sure you're breathing. Good, last one, go as far out as that feels okay. Nice. And then we're gonna take the arms high and then kind of bend the elbows here a little bit. So now, kind of see if you can find it. I'm gonna move my hands a little bit. You don't need to, I'm just doing this so you can kind of see what we're talking about here. But it's the idea of the shoulder blades coming towards each other on your back and then down towards your waistline. So if you can, draw your shoulder blades towards each other and then drop them down the back. Now bring your elbows to the waistline, and then we're gonna slowly lift those elbows high, shoulder height, and then slowly bring them back down to the waist. Nice and slow. It could even be 1, 2, 3, count up. 1, 2, 3, count down. 1, 2, 3, count up. 1, 2, 3, count down. Let's do 2 more. And then last one. 1, 2, 3, up, and 1, 2, 3, down. Good. We're gonna do that a second time. So let your arms maybe come high and then drop those elbows a little bit. As you drop those elbows, see if you can find those shoulder blades. Bring them towards each other and then down the back. Sort of hold that engagement on your back body as you bring the elbows to the waistline, and then nice and slow, lifting the elbows up. Hopefully you feel that shoulder work behind you. Good. And back to the waistline. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, up. And 1, 2, 3, down. Good. Kind of roll the shoulders there, let that all go. Nice. Let's take the right arm out from the shoulder. We'll come to a thread the needle. So that palm is open, and as you take the arm across to the left arm then comes up and kind of hugs it into the body. So watch that you're not twisting very much. You're trying to keep your shoulders in line with your hips. And ideally, that's getting a good stretch on the back of the right shoulder. Couple rounds of breath. And then let that side go. Good. Left arm out. Go all the way across. Let your right arm come up and hug it in. Good, and then slowly, we'll let that go. With the palms open, let's come into this reaching forward and reach high. Bend your elbows, so wherever your hand falls, maybe it touches the back of the head, shoulders, back of the neck, wherever. Good, hold it for a breath, and then reach up and come out. Let's go to the left side. Up, high, bend, touch, and slowly come out from that side. Let's go back to the right. Reach up, back, and touch. Get a tricep stretch there for a moment, and then slowly come out. Good. Back to the left. Watch that your head's not pulling forward. Keep the head in alignment. One more time to the right. And last one to the left. Up, back, and touch. And then slowly come out from that side. Good. And again, maybe shake the arms off a little bit. Let's do some finger work. I think a lot of you are familiar with this one. Let's take the right hand out in front. The left fingers come to the right finger. So you've got the fingers drawn towards each other, and you're kind of taking those left fingers and drawing the right fingertips back towards you. So you're kind of drawing that arm back, those fingers back. And then slowly let the fingers drop towards the floor. Same idea, you're kind of drawing those fingers back towards you. So if your arm's really straight, you'll feel that in the top of the forearm and top of the wrist. You get to control the stretch. And then let's release the hand, massage from, uh-oh, I forgot to check my internet. This might take a second. Hopefully it won't lose me. So massaging from the elbow down to the wrist. And then coming to the wrist and then to the top of the hand. Flipping the hand over to the open palm and then the good stuff, each finger. Trying to get in there and get things moving around so you feel that rush of blood and oxygen flowing into the joints. And we're trying to feel some sensation happening in each joint, 26 on each hand. So there's 26 points of circulation to target. And when you're ready with that right hand, when you're all done with the 5 fingers, maybe just clench into a fist and release a couple of times just to stop the blood flow for a moment, and then you kind of release it by reopening the palm. And then let's shake that off. We'll go to the left side. So that arm comes out in front, the right fingers, draw those right fingertips back. Again, it's just a little stretch back towards your face. And if the arm's really straight, you'll feel it in the bottom of the forearm and bottom of the wrist. And then let's drop the fingers to the floor. Same idea, drawing them towards you. Those fingers come towards you a little bit. Good, release the arm. Right thumb now massages the forearm down to the wrist. Again, if you find a spot that's kind of tender, you can work it now, or maybe even after class you can come back and do a little bit more massage just to kind of break things up and get the blood and oxygen flowing. That's what it's all about. Coming down to the wrist and then to the top of the hand, into the open palm, flipping it over into each finger. When you're ready, take your time, do what you need to. If you, again, feel a little tightness or tension, or you're not feeling a sensation, that's where you may want to get in there and really start to move things around. And then again, when you're done with all 5 fingers, don't short yourself, don't let me rush you. Do a couple of clenching, hold it for a second, and then re-release. And then shake that left hand off again, or that side off also. All right. So let's do just a little bit of neck work here. The pulling the chin forward and then draw it back. I'm gonna turn again so you can kind of see. Sometimes I'll put my hands to the body just to make sure the body's not moving. You pull the chin as far forward as you can and then draw it back so it's in alignment. Draw it forward and back. A couple of times. As you come forward, you may feel a stretch there, and as you pull it back, it may feel really odd to have it in alignment. And then next time you've kind of pulled back, hold it there. Let your right ear draw to the right shoulder and left ear to left shoulder. So the things to watch for here is that your shoulders are not coming up to meet the ears. You're letting your shoulders stay relaxed. You can even drop your hands to the floor to help kind of control that. And then watch also that you're not leaning from one side to the other. You're just moving the head, neck, and breath. One more time each side, just wherever you are. 1 and 2, and then back to center. And then start to just slowly turn and look right as far as you can. Again, don't force anything. Slowly come back through center and look left. Nice and slow. Again, the body's not turning with, you're just moving the head, neck, and breath as far as you can from one side, through center to the other. Good, and then we're gonna come back to center, looking straight ahead. Slowly tilt your chin to look up towards the ceiling and straight ahead, then dropping chin towards the chest. Looking straight ahead, lifting up, straight ahead, chin towards chest. So again, go with your breath. And the next time you're passing through center, let's pause there. Good. And let's move on to some legs. So I like to use a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a band or fabric, like a scarf or something. And if you don't have anything like that, you can certainly use your hands, and it just requires you to use a little bit more leg muscle. That's really good. So if you have a strap, we're going to place it under the right foot. Left foot really roots down. Keep your body strong, and then push through that right heel. Let that leg go out and back to center. Exhale out, inhale back. So the left foot really roots, so that knee's not wobbling around. You're trying to stay strong. You even hold that left hand to the chair to keep the body from shifting around too much. Concentrate on that right leg, out and back. Working the inner thigh, opening the hip. Working a little core. Good. Exhale out. Inhale back. 2 more. That's 1. And 2. As you come back to center, again, root that left foot down and then push through that right heel to let that leg go high. I just realized the bottom of my feet might be a little dirty. I was walking around outside, the back deck, and there's so much pollen, I can't believe it. So keep that left foot rooted, keep pushing through that right heel. Last one. Good, and then pause. So if you have this strap, you can bring your hand a little closer so you can bend the knee and bend the elbow. If you're using your hands, maybe you take both to help you kind of take that knee back, or just one to draw it to the right and back. So pushing that knee and elbow kind of off to the right and then pushing back out to straight. Bend it and out. Bend it and out. And last one, push out. Using the strap or your hands, we're going to take that ankle on top of the left knee. Bring that left foot to alignment to kind of make sure it's not too far away. If that doesn't feel comfortable, maybe you have a block or something that has some height, and you can rest your ankle on a little bit of height just so it's up off the floor. And again, if it doesn't make it to the knee, that's a good way to get there. So we're going to draw those right toes to the right knee. Even if you're on the block, you can do that. If you want a little bit more, think about your sits bones staying rooted. So you're not shifting to one side or to the other. You got both sits bones in the chair. Hands could be to the leg, and maybe you take your heart forward. So that means keeping the shoulders in alignment, your neck in alignment, and you're breathing. Deep breath in, long breath out. Ideally, this is allowing that right hip to relax a little bit. You can think of that right hip shifting to the floor. That can help to kind of release a little bit of energy there. But again, not so much that you're leaning all the way to the right. You want to keep some weight on both sits bones. And then slowly, slowly, let's start to lean back into the chair. We're going to come into eagle. So if this doesn't work for you, we'll go through it rather quickly. So, but if you are coming into eagle, you're crossing the legs. Right leg on top of the left. The left foot kind of walks a little bit to the center point of the chair. And then if you want to add the arms, it's a big stretch out with the arms, letting the left arm come on top of the right. So you can stay here with just this wrap, this bear hug wrap, or if you're coming into the eagle, you're starting to bring the forearms and palms towards each other. Adding on, engage your core, lift the heart up, elbows draw towards the knees. They don't have to touch, but that's the idea. Think about the shoulders really coming forward so the elbows move away from you. You're kind of pulling them away from you. Inhale up, exhale the breath down. Hopefully you're not leaning too much to the right. You've got some weight on that left sits bone. Inhale the breath up, exhale down, and then the last one. Bring everything to center. Unwind, uncross the arms, uncross the legs, give a little wiggle. And then we're gonna come to the left side. For the strap, and the right foot roots down. Really, maybe even holding the chair. Left leg goes out and back. You're pushing through that left heel and back. Right foot really engages into the floor. So again, you stay strong through your core and that knee's not moving around on you. Opening the inner thigh, opening the hip on the left side. Good, last one. Let's go back to center and then let there be little lifts up towards the ceiling. Up. Root that foot down to the floor, lifting up and up and up. Good. And then we're going to bring the hand a little closer towards the foot. Again, if you're using your hands, maybe you just use the left one. We're going to bend the knee and bend the elbow kind of to the left and then push back out. To the left and push out. A little bit more inner thigh, hip opening. Good. So now we're going to take that left ankle on top of the right knee, walk that right foot into alignment, and just kind of, you want it to be the foot right down from the knee. Draw those left toes to the left knee. Now, again, you kind of want that equal weight on the sits bones. Might not be totally equal, maybe it's 60-40, but just trying to find some balance. Left toes draw towards the left knee, maybe the heart comes forward. These are just add-ons. Each side can be very different. So honor what the left side is telling you. Deep breath in and a long breath out. And then slowly let your heart come back. If you've come forward, walk that right foot to the left a little. So that's in the center of the chair as you come into cross-legged. If you're going there, if you're coming into the eagle. So trying to, again, find that sits bones engagement. Let the arms extend out and reach. Right arm now comes on top of the left with a big bear hug first. And then maybe you wrap into eagle. You try to get those forearms to stack. Inhale the breath up. Exhale the breath. Elbows go towards knees. They don't have to touch. Inhale, find in your core to lift up. Exhale, elbows and knees go towards each other. Inhale and exhale. Good. We're going to do two more. So hold those elbows away from you to really get that stretch across the back. Inhale and exhale, and then back to center. Unwind. Uncross the arms, uncross the legs. Shake it off a little. Good. Back to your comfortable seat. You can let your hands come to the chair if you like, or you can rest your spine against the back. You're going to take the right leg out in front and point those toes towards you and then point them away. So this, if you go slow enough, hopefully you feel that shin stretch, you feel the calf stretch. You can, as you're doing this, maybe you even work on pointing the toes really strong, and then as they draw back towards you, you can kind of spread them out a little bit, kind of get some action happening in the toes. And then let's draw some circles. You can kind of relax the toes here as you come around in circles. Go one direction a few times, and then pause, reverse, opposite direction. Good, and then let's bring that foot to the floor. Let's go to the left. Point the toes in and then away. So again, as you bring them back towards you, maybe spread them wide and then point the toes. As you come back, see if you can spread them a little bit and then point the toes. That action happening for you. Just see if it works at all. Toes can be tricky. Good, and then let's come into some circles. Roll the ankle. Good, pause, opposite direction. Could be a little different from one side to the other, even from one rotation to the other. And then let's bring that foot to the floor. Nice. So maybe holding on to the chair as you lean back. We're gonna try and keep that right leg lifted off the chair, push out, bend the knee back in, exhale out. Bend it in, out, in, out, in, out. One more. Good. Second side, bring that knee in, extend out straight. In, out straight. In, out, in. Two more, bring it in, push out. Last one, in, and push out. Nicely done. Good. So the next one is adding on. We're gonna lift up, tap out to the side, bring it back, and then alternate to the second side. Out, tap, in, out, tap, bring it back in. Try and get as much height out and then as much height as you can as you bring the leg back in. Alternating the leg just helps keep one from getting too tired. I know when we do the standing pose, we usually go all the way through one side and then from one to the right and then to the left. So this gives us a little break. Good, last one to the right, one to the left, and back to center. So ideally that's getting to the inner thigh and a little core work there too. So we're gonna do the standing up from the chair. You may want to bring yourself forward a little bit, bring your legs forward there. So we're gonna root the feet to the floor. Hands can be to the heart, or you can bring the hands to the chair. That may help with the lift. It just depends on what's right for you. So think about rooting down and lifting the heart up. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Nice. Take a seat. We're gonna pause for just a moment. And again, root your feet, lift the heart. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Good. Let's take a seat one more time. Root your feet, lift the heart, and we're gonna stay standing. Nicely done. So moving your chair so you can stand right behind it for support. I'm gonna move mine just over this way for right now. Let's take heels in alignment with each other. We're gonna do a little bit more leg work. So have your right hand and right leg next to your chair. Bend your knees, let your right heel come out in front of you. So you've got a little bit of distance, you're not looking to stack the legs, and then let your heart start to come forward. So the further you go towards the floor, the more you have to kind of draw that right foot towards you. One more breath. Good, slowly draw your belly and engage your core to come up. Bring that right foot flat, straightening the left leg. We're gonna come forward and down again. Keeping your shoulders kind of in line with your hips if you can. Finding that rooting down of both feet so you're engaging into the floor with both soles of the feet. There should be a bigger stretch on that front leg. Now again, draw your belly in, engage your core, come up. We're gonna take all of our weight into the right foot, turn the back toes under. Only do this if that feels okay. So what we're looking for is a stretch for the top of the foot, and then you can wiggle your foot a little bit side to side, maybe little circles. You may get a little snap and crackle happening there. Good, let's come back. We're gonna go back into alignment. Bend your knees, let your left heel come out this time. Keep those left toes engaged, drawn up towards you as you take your heart forward. Couple of rounds of breath, really feeling that stretch. And then draw your belly in again, slowly come up. Let that left foot come to the floor, straightening the right leg. Shoulders stay in alignment with the hips, and let's go forward and down. Still pushing the feet into the floor. Draw the belly in again, slowly start to come up. Now take all the weight into the left foot to turn the right toes under this time. And again, you can stay right there. Maybe you wiggle the toes a little side to side or some circles, just kind of awakening the toes. And then let's shake it off. So with the right hand, right leg next to the chair still, we're gonna do the IT band and a little balance stretch here. Let your left leg cross over the right. So ideally, you're rooting your feet into the floor so you're not to the pinky edge of a foot at all. So place that wherever you need it to be. Hips are square, again, with your shoulders, and then bow forward a little bit. Chair's right there if you need it, right? You've got support. Now, root down through your feet, engage your core. Coming up, the left leg should be in front. That's the, whatever leg is in front, that's the arm that we're gonna take high. Start to fold over your chair. So watch that you're not twisting towards the chair. Keep your shoulders and hips facing forward, but a little reaching up and over, nice big stretch. Root your soles of the feet to the floor so you're not, again, not rocking. You've got support through the legs. And if you want more, your right hand can hold that left wrist and really kind of engage that side a little bit more. Just as long as you feel balanced and rooted, you can kind of see how that adds a little bit to the stretch. Release your right hand if you're holding the wrist. Good. Let your left arm relax, uncross that left leg, shake it off a little. And then we're gonna turn. So left hand, left leg's next to the chair. We're gonna sorry guys, too just part, obviously. The right leg is gonna cross over the left. Keep your hips square and in line with the shoulders. Root down through your feet, let your heart come forward. Root down through your feet, engage your core to come up. Left hand still holding the chair, I'm just pretending like it's there. Let your right arm reach up, root through your feet again, and come up for a nice big stretch. Sorry guys, keep going, I'm gonna see what's going on with the leg. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Sorry, keep stretching, let your left hand grab the right wrist if you're going for that extra. Leave it to left. Okay, work again, yeah. Good, come back to center. Unwind, across, shake it off. Let me get my crazy dog again. Hey, leave it. Okay, and let's come into downward facing dog. So holding the back of the chair, walk yourself back so you're getting a stretch underneath the arm along the side of the body. If it feels okay, you can wag the tail a little, moving from side to side, or maybe letting the spine move up and down. to warrior one. So take your time, look to the back of the chair. Right foot steps forward. Left toes are going to turn out a little bit. That knee has that soft bend. You're keeping your hips square. Let your arms come up for a nice big stretch. So only if that's okay, have the chair be right there if you feel wobbly at all with your balance. Make sure your gaze is looking straight ahead. And downward facing dog. Hold the chair, let yourself stretch back. And second side, left foot's gonna come forward. Soft bend, right toes turn a little bit, hips stay square. Let your arms extend up without reach. Your neck stays in alignment, make sure you're breathing. And then slowly, let's go back to the down dog. Hands to the chair, stretch yourself back. Warrior two, right foot forward. Left toes are gonna turn out a little bit more. That right knee has that soft bend. Engage through the arms. Let those arms be right out from the shoulder, kind of extending through those fingertips, trying to keep the shoulders in line over the hips. Good, when you're ready, downward facing dog. Hold the back of the chair, walk yourself back, get a good stretch for your spine, maybe wiggling or up and down. And then let's go to warrior two, second side. So left foot comes forward, have a bend, right toes turn out. You're turning your torso a little bit to the right and then reaching out through the arms. Now even here, like drop your shoulder blades down the back towards each other and then finding that little reach with the fingertips. And downward facing dog. Hold the chair, stretch it back. We're gonna come to a crescent lunge, working the psoas muscle. So bringing the right foot forward. This is a balance challenge, so have the chair be right there for you if you need it. You're on those left toes. So this pose, again, you don't want your feet to be stacked. Give yourself some distance here. So your feet are kind of back behind your hips and your shoulders are even in line with your hips. Have the chair there if you need it, but then maybe you start to take the arms up overhead. Hopefully this is getting a good stretch on that quadricep and opening your psoas muscle. Deep breath in, long breath out. Good, downward facing dog. Hold the chair, stretch yourself back. Look to the back of the chair. Let your left foot come forward. We're going to be on the right toes this time. Crescent lunge, second side. So again, you can have your heel point back or up. And ideally, you're getting a good stretch on that right leg, the quad and the psoas. Have your chair right there if you need it. Or maybe taking the arms up overhead. Root through the sole, that left sole of the foot and the right toes, finding your balance. And downward facing dog. Hold the chair, stretch yourself back. Rounding the spine, slowly start to walk yourself up towards the chair. We're gonna take the feet apart a little bit. Pardon me. So letting your feet separate a little wider than the hips, and you get to control how far, but look at your heels, just to kind of make sure they're in alignment with each other. One's not too far in front, and you feel pretty even there. So when we come low, we're gonna think about the knees dropping out, not in towards each other, but out. You can add arms if you want. Let those arms draw towards each other. Kind of the star pose when you come up. A little bit of a squat here. So keep going with it. You're trying to keep the shoulders over the hips and even your neck in alignment. Star pose, everything's in alignment. Soles of the feet stay rooted if you can. Still thinking of those knees going outward, not in, towards each other. Exhale is when you go low. Inhale when you come up. Exhale it low. Inhale it up. 2 more. That's 1. Last one. Good. Let's shake the legs off a little bit. Join your fingers. Push. So you're joining the fingers, and then we're going to kind of flip them and take the palms down towards the floor. So you're getting a stretch for the back of the hand and through the fingers there. And then push it away from you. Good. Push it up towards the ceiling with straight arms or bent arms, just depends. Come forward. Take your palms together, and then let the arms go as far back as you can. Nice big stretch, opening the heart. We're gonna shake that off. We're gonna do it 2 more times. Join your fingers, push the palms for the floor. Push the palms out, shoulder height. Reach up for the ceiling, bent elbows or straight arms. Good, bring the arms forward. Take the palms to be together, and then open the heart as far back as you can go. And let that go. 1 more time. Palms push down. Push them out in front. Good. Arms go high, maybe straight arms. Let the shoulders drop from the ears. Bring it forward again. Palms together. Let the arms extend out. Watch where your head is. Make sure you're not pulling it forward. And then bring the arms together. Shake that off. So tree, we're going to balance in a tree now. So maybe if you need to have the support of the chair, have that be right there for you. Right hand, right leg next to the chair. Whatever side you're doing, if you're on the left side, that's totally fine, but just make sure that whatever hand and standing leg is next to your chair or your item of support. So we're gonna get really strong through the body. Lift up through the ribs, then take that weight to the right leg. Left knee lifts up, let it open a little bit. Maybe the foot comes to the floor for a rooted tree. If you need a little bit more support, the toes can help with that. Trying to keep your hips kind of even, and then maybe your arms start to drift away from the chair to come into the balancing part of the pose. Make sure you're breathing. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Good, when you're ready, let's let that first side shake off. Good, so you can turn your chair or maybe you just turn yourself. Having the standing leg next to the chair, I'm gonna fake it here, but I'm going to my left. Left side is really strong. Bring that right knee up, out, so bring that foot to the leg, or again, it could be a rooted tree. Try to keep your hips kind of even and square. Hands can be to the heart, or again, you're using the chair, maybe overhead, just depends. Deep breath in, long breath out. Good, and then slowly, let's shake that one off. And let's do the, cocoon butterfly. So allow yourself to kind of round through the spine, maybe the knees bend, you're kind of curling everything as low as that feels okay. Come to Tadasana, the strong standing pose, and then let the heart open, arms open, looking up. And then again, take your time, move through that process of curling in, back to standing and opening up, looking up towards the ceiling a little bit. We did some neck work already, so hopefully that feels okay. Just trying to get that spine to really shift around, opening, rounding. Let the heart open. Good, and then when you're ready, we're gonna come back to the chair. So take your time, bring the chair wherever you need it to be, and taking a seat, find your alignment. Let your feet be straight down from the knees out from the hips. I always kind of move some flesh away just so I can feel my sits bones into the chair. Good. And let's take a moment just to kind of maybe even closing the eyes if you like. We're gonna do a little meditative breath here. Just checking in and see how you feel. Let go of any tension or stress that your body may be holding in your feet and the toes, the ankles. With a deep breath in and a long breath out. Let go of tension or stress you may be holding in the legs, the knees, the upper thighs. With a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let go of tension or stress the body may be holding in the pelvis, in the low back, the abdomen. With a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let go of tension or stress the body may be holding in the upper back and the chest, the shoulders. With a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let go of tension or stress the body may be holding in the fingers and the palms and the wrists. With a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let go of tension or stress the body may be holding in the forearms, the elbows, the upper arms. With a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let go of tension or stress the body may be holding in the throat area, the neck, the back of the head, the face, letting go of any energy that's unwanted, unneeded any longer out the top of your head. With a deep breath in and a deep breath out. in with the body, noticing where you may still be holding on to any tightness. Breathe into that space with a deep breath. Long breath out. And then with awareness, very slowly, let's let the hands drop to the side. Begin to move fingers and toes a little bit, bringing awareness back to your physical body. And then letting the arms extend out with a big breath, reaching up overhead. Exhale again, completely letting everything relax. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me and each other this afternoon. The light and divine in me bows to the virtual light and divine within each of you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, everybody.
Thank you, Annie.
Thank you.
All done?